Somebody hurt you a year ago, 10 years ago, or a lifetime ago, and somehow deep down inside you can't shake it. Sometimes you say it never happened, but you know deep down inside it did happen. So you try to deny it, and that doesn't work. You suppress it, and somehow it keeps popping out, and sometimes it pops out in an embarrassing fashion. You know that deep down inside something happened back there that you can really identify. In fact, you can point your finger to the person. And what seemingly was merely a little hurt in the beginning somehow is solidified like concrete in your mind. It's just there. It lays there. It hangs there. The burden of it is there. You'd like to shake it. You'd like to get rid of it, but somehow you just can't do it. You got hurt so badly that somehow you feel like, I will never be able to overcome this. Well, I want to tell you, my friend, yes, you can. Because you see, if you don't overcome the hurts of the past, what you'll find out is this: those hurts can do great, great harm to your life. So what we have to do is we have to decide how we're going to handle this hurt. Am I going to handle this hurt in such a way that it harms me in every aspect of my life? Or am I going to learn how to handle this hurt in such a fashion that I can take it and I can handle it properly and be able to learn something from it, glean something from it, grow up as a result of it, and not allow it to hurt me? Because God does not want us to respond to hurts in such a fashion that we are devastated in our life, lose our witness and our testimony, go through life bearing some kind of emotional baggage that we are never able to escape.
And our great physician says, I got the prescription. He said, what's happening is you get hurt by somebody, and it turns to anger. And that anger eventually, if not dealt with right, it turns to bitterness. And if that bitterness just stays there, it becomes what the Bible calls a hardened heart.
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day coming in to the morning of Thursday. Super excited for today's topic. I've got another visualization for you that I'm really amped for you guys to go ahead and experience. But before we go ahead and dive into letting go of the past and how to go ahead and heal yourself so you can go ahead and step into the you that you are destined to become. So before we go ahead and dive in, let's drop a little bit of gratitude. What is everybody grateful for today? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful to be healthy, grateful for the birds that were chirping outside during this meditation, grateful for the sun, grateful for the family, grateful for each and every single one of you, because I know this is going to be a summer full of abundance, setting each and every one of us up for success. So let's go ahead and get into today. Here we go. So we are coming up on almost day 20. We're almost there of the magic, and I actually created a list. So if you guys want to go ahead and get access to this 28-day challenge, definedreams.com, you guys are going to be able to actually follow along with me with this list once you guys go ahead and subscribe. But I'm going to go ahead and go through today's. Today we are on day 19, and it is called the Magic Footsteps. And honestly, this one is great because honestly, like all of these you can go out and apply today, but especially this one, you're literally going to be able to go practice this the second that you get off this call and go to the bathroom, you go get something to eat, you go out and you go to work. So this is going to be a good one. Here we go. The quote of the day: 100 times every day, I remind myself that my inner and outer life depends on the labors of other men, living and the dead, and that I must exert myself in order to give in the same measure as I have received and am still receiving. This comes from Albert Einstein. With those words, Einstein gave us a gift equal to his scientific discoveries. He gave us one of the most magical secrets to his success: gratitude every day. Einstein is the inspiration behind today's magical practice, and you're going to follow in his footsteps to bring success into your life. Today, just like Einstein did, you will say thank you 100 times, and you're going to do it by taking 100 magic footsteps. While it might seem unbelievable to you that taking footsteps can make a difference in your life, you will discover that this is one of the most powerful things that you can do. And it ended the quote like this: God gave us each a gift of 86,400 seconds today. Have you used one of them to say thank you? Oh, that one hit me like a brick when I read it. So it's so true. How many of us just go throughout the day without even being able to be thankful for the little things? So the tactical step today was just go ahead and figure out what would be about 100 steps. Just go ahead and pick out. It could be on your street. It could be in your backyard. Pick somewhere today. It could be walking from your parking spot into the grocery store and literally count every step that you take. You don't have to count it, but just say thank you for every step. And when you do that around 100 times, you're going to notice that subconsciously, this is something we can do in every part of our day. And it's all about rewiring the neural encoding that we all have. So here's my training for you guys today. You ready? We're talking about how to go ahead and change the neural encoding, letting go of your past. We've done a couple of different visualizations to kind of do something similar, but today I'm going to give it to you in a different light. All right? So let's go ahead and get ready, get comfortable, get in a position where you're comfortable. This is going to be quick. This is literally going to be a 5-minute, but I'm telling you, if you really get deep with me on this, it's going to make a surreal impact. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. All right, everybody go ahead and close your eyes with me. Close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that you are at a pristine building, right? Somewhere very luxurious, somewhere very lavish, okay? You walk in the building, and you go up to the elevator, okay? And as you're going into the elevator, here's what I want you guys to think about. All of us have limiting beliefs. Okay, whether we've had them, whether they've been given to us in some way, shape, form, or another, we all have limiting beliefs. And the idea of this beliefs is to go ahead and protect ourselves, right? So limiting beliefs, at the end of the day, here's what we're going to do. We are going to unpack them, and we're going to go ahead and redo them, okay? So imagine you're standing inside this lavish building, right? And you're right in front of the elevator, and we have our limiting beliefs in our hand, okay? We're holding them, and we're about to go walk in, so we press the button on the elevator, the door opens up, and we go ahead and we step in the floor, right? So we get in the elevator, we're breathing, we're nice and relaxed, we're comfortable. And as the elevator gets higher, right, as it goes to level 2, 3, 4, as it rises, so does our level of comfort. We get more at ease, we get more at peace. We get to level 8, level 9, level 10, and we're completely just breathing, sitting in absolute bliss. We're very comfortable. And we get to 12, and we open the door, and we're actually sitting in an amphitheater, right? We're sitting in a huge movie theater, and you walk out and you see all of these seats, and it's just you, and you go ahead and you sit down and you pick the middle seat right in the middle row, and you're looking at this huge screen, okay? Now, I want you to imagine your limiting beliefs, okay? You took them and you put them in the media player for this movie. Okay, so before you sat down, you took your limiting beliefs, you put it in the movie player, you sat down, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden, the blank screen, it turns on. It turns on, and you go back to different points in your life where you had these certain limiting beliefs. 11:11, paint your vision. Look at this, perfect timing. Where you had these certain limiting beliefs because we're so worried about fixing yesterday when the fact of the matter is what's really deep down might have happened 5, 10, 15 years ago. So we need to go back to the root. We need to go back to exactly what happened in that moment that gave us these limiting beliefs that we've held on to for so long. So I want you to really go back and think of a point in time in your life where somebody gave these limiting beliefs, or you acquired them yourself from a certain scenario, person, or circumstance in your life. And I'm just going to go ahead and let you sit with that for about 10 seconds. Go ahead and find that place for yourself. Okay. Now you see that, right? You're watching that on the movie screen. You're literally sitting there and you're watching your history play back. You could be 4, you could be 7, you could be 9 years old, and you're watching this exact scenario play out. And here's what I want you to do. In that exact moment, whatever it is for you that you acquired that limiting belief where somebody gave it to you or you took it in for yourself, I want you to imagine if you were able to edit this movie. And when we got this visual from my mentor this morning, I'm telling you, this completely shifted my paradigm, okay? When you imagine that you edited that part of that specific clip and you took out that exact piece where you got those limiting beliefs, I want you to go ahead and erase that from your memory. I want you to go ahead and clip that out and erase that. And now what happens if you're able to play that part of that scene back in that movie and you can actually see it, you can envision it, you can feel it, but you don't feel that sense of regret, that sense of pain, that sense of uneasiness. How good do you feel? How much peace do you have as you're able to see that and you don't feel that trigger where you're normally feeling that every day? You feel that gut pain in your stomach, right? You feel the difference in your body, in your spirit. There's a whole different level of ambiance around you now. So now when you get back in the elevator and you get back inside, and as you go down, every single level that you start to go down, you double your sense of clarity, you double your sense of abundance, you double your sense of awareness in this moment, knowing you are exactly where you need to be, and everything in your life has happened to you in divine purpose that is meant to happen for you for a reason, because life is happening for you and not to you. And as you get out that elevator, go ahead and take a deep breath. And how do you feel? How do you feel about leaving that old story in the past? And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an example of how I subconsciously did this, and I didn't even know about it, right? 5+ years ago when I was homeless, living out of my car, there's certain things when I played my story that really resonated with me. And I'm going to go ahead and give it to you guys, right? I was always very regretful about not being able to attend my sister's funeral. You see, when I was in college, I actually got a call and I knew my sister was sick, but I didn't know how bad it was. But I was so broke, I couldn't even afford a flight to go ahead and actually see her, to go ahead and give her some words of encouragement, to go ahead and be there and just give love. And that was one of the biggest things in my life that I regretted. And I carried that with me every single day. You see, this training, this is for the thoughts that you don't think about, you don't really talk about when you're out with other people. But when you're by yourself, how many of you guys, you wake up and you wonder why you feel tired? You feel lazy. You know what a big reason of that is? It's because we're subconsciously thinking about these situations that happened years ago and they're still stuck on us. I want you to think about it. This is one of the most beneficial trainings that I ever got in my life because it put it in perspective. Think of us being able to get in a hot air balloon, okay? We're standing in the hot air balloon and it's got weights that have it on the ground, right? To keep it there until we're ready to go ahead and take off. Well, here's the truth. We can do all the work, we can do everything that needs to be done physically, but if we don't take those weights off spiritually, we're never going to be able to get off the ground. So some people wonder why they've been in the same spot for so many years. Maybe it's because they've been carrying the same story for so many years. So when I was broken, homeless, living out of my car, I had to literally let go of my old story and actually remember who I really am. You need to remember who you really are and all of the things that you've accomplished in your life already that you didn't know that you could do. That's why in one of our first weeks in a 12-week mastermind that we paid $1,000 for, in the first week, he literally made us write 500 things that we've done in our life that we didn't know that we could do. Why? Because the neuroencoding that we all have. We're so used to be stuck on negative thinking, what went wrong, what happened in the past, that we don't even have time to be present in the moment and create and enjoy the magic that we actually have right here, right now, in the now. So this was my goal for you today, is to put things in a different perspective, put things in a different light, change the way you see things, so the way you see things will change. You see, we still have the same song, we still have the same story, but we changed the melody, we changed the tune, we changed the frequency of it, so that it's no longer keeping us bondage to our past, but it's allowing us to break the chains free to go ahead and jump into our future. So let me ask you this: do you feel happy? Do you feel healthy? Do you feel like you can move now? Do you feel vibrant? Do you feel like you have some wiggle room and you're not stuck and you're not tense? This is what I want you to feel. This is why they say the secret is the feeling. And the faster you can obtain that, the more abundance you're going to experience into your life. So family, that's my training for you guys today. If you got any value, if you got any raise of your vibration today, go ahead and drop some threes down below. Smash that like button. Here's what I know, right? The difficult part is not doing the work. It's not the notes. It's not the Zooms. It's not the calls, not the events, not the presentation. It's not actual pressing the button trading itself. The difficult work is being able to get the inner work, right? Being able to get to that frequency, that vibration as fast as possible. We were talking about it this morning. We had individuals that had these phenomenal breakthroughs in quantum leaps this morning. And our mentor was like, you know what's funny? Those instances, those situations have been waiting to happen. You just had to get in that frequency so you can go ahead and align and make it happen with God, the universe, whatever it is you choose to believe in. And this is where the magic lies. So family, this is my training for you guys today. I love you. Go out and have an abundant day. If nobody told you today, I believe in you. You are powerful. You are amazing. And I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for the rest of these 3 to 6 months coming in to the end of summer. So go out, be great. Remember, you can be, do, or have anything that you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand. I love you, family. Let's go out. Have a great day. It's game time.